So my name is Gemma Metcalf and I work at ZSL London Zoo. My job role is the section manager of the Hoofstock team at London Zoo, and I look after a group of 3 plain zebra. So we've got 1 male called Spot and 2 females called Kabibi and Kianga. My work is to inspire and educate the public on the plight of zebra and lots of other animals endangered by managing a captive group of zebra. I've looked after the zebra for 11 years, so my role is to ensure that they are happy and healthy in their life at the zoo. So as I said, I manage the Hoofstock section, so we have 17 different species, from tiny African antelope called Dik Dik to big giraffe. And our day involves running around looking after all those animals. But specifically with the zebras, I look after them every day. I make sure they are fed and watered and clean, and make sure their exhibit is safe and that it is ready for the public so that they can get the best out of their days at the zoo. I ensure that the zebras are enriched, so that means making sure that their enclosure is enriching for them and that it's different every day. So we give them lots of things to do to keep them busy and active. We replicate behaviours that they would show in the wild. So expressing natural behaviours is something that we want our zebras to be able to do while they're here at the zoo. So we provide lots of different things for them to keep them busy and keep them expressing those behaviours throughout the day. We also train our zebras to ensure that we can do health checks on them and also give them their annual vaccinations. And we basically make sure that the zebras have absolutely everything they need in their day. On any given day at work for me, it's super busy. I manage quite a large team of 18 people. We have lots of animals to look after. To ensure that the zebras have everything they need, it's quite a lot of work. So the keepers and myself here normally do about 25,000 steps a day. So we have to make sure that the zebra's enclosure is clean, like I've said. So that means picking up all the poo, raking. They like to drag their food, their hay and their straw all over the place every day. So we have to make sure that it's raked and it's clean, ready for them to make the mess all over again. Then we make up all their food. We feed them in lots of different devices, that's such as hay nets and balls and toys. That keeps them really busy for longer. So we have to make up all their food, make sure it's ready for them, enrich them, like I've said earlier, and then also train them. So we do a lot of training with our zebras. Currently they are trained to walk through a race system and over a weigh board so that we can get weights for them to make sure that they are maintaining the correct weight and ensure that there's nothing that we need to know about. They're not losing weight, which could be an indication that something's wrong. We're currently training them also for hand injection. They get vaccinations yearly, so we make sure that we can hand inject them and we don't have to dart them, which would be stressful for them. So we train them for this via positive reinforcement training. That means we ask them for a behaviour, so we ask to touch them, and when they do something that we've asked them to do, they've done the behaviour that we've asked them to show, we bridge so they know they've done it right, and then we reward with something positive. So we normally reward them with a carrot because they love carrots. Our zebras love food, all food, but they specifically love carrots. So once they've done the behaviour that we ask, we give them a carrot, and they know then that that's what they've done what they were asked to do. They've done the right thing, and they then show us that behaviour again, and it means we can keep them calm, we can build trust with our zebras, and we can give them those vaccinations that they need yearly. So lots of unexpected and exciting things have happened to me throughout my career. I've worked with lots of incredible animals, lots of different species, from all the Hoofstock, from camels and zebras and hippos and rhinos, down to much smaller animals. And I've also seen a lot of births, which are incredible. Any birth in a zoo is incredible, and the animals are always very cute, and it's very exciting when you see an animal be born, especially when you've worked so hard to get to that point. It can be really, really rewarding. I've also seen and met lots of amazing people. So I've met people like David Attenborough, lots of the royal family, lots of famous people throughout my time at the zoo, which is always really interesting. I've also been able to travel. So I've recently been to Melbourne Zoo and done some work with them over in Australia, which is also really exciting. So my career path into the zoo started when I was quite young. So throughout my teens and my early 20s, I worked with horses, which was great because it allowed me to work with a large mammal and build up that work ethic. From then and after my degree, I went on an internship at Chester Zoo. So I worked full-time for a year on the rhino section at Chester, which gave me some zoo experience, and it was amazing. Saw lots of baby rhinos, which was very exciting. After that, I got my trainee keeper role at London, and over the last 11 years, I've progressed from trainee keeper all the way up to section manager. So qualifications that somebody would need to work as a zookeeper can vary hugely. There's lots of different ways into the industry. There are now zookeeping apprenticeships, which is a great way of getting that theoretical knowledge, but also some hands-on experience. But you can also do diplomas, degrees, and master's degrees in lots of different relevant subjects. So some advice that I would give my younger self, if it was possible, would be to take lots more photos of my career, take loads of photos of all the amazing things that I've seen, just so I can remember those memories a bit more. So yeah, take more photos, continue to work hard, but make sure I keep all those memories so I can look back on them in the future.